morning, and welcome to Torg's Day Night on the Iconic Production Channel. I am JM. This is the Fat Five. It is good to have you all here. We are... and Mr. Furious, thanks for the subscribe. That's awesome. I don't know why I said that as if I were Mario in the Mario game, but that is how it came out in my head.
As it should.
Yeah. I'm not going to try that again because that will only just continue to go downhill. So, we are here for the final part of the Diamond Armament. We're going to be wrapping up 2022's FET 5 arc, which has been great. I have just want to say thank you to all of the FET 5, including the one member who shall not be named, but is clearly not here and probably not watching. You know who you are. I've enjoyed gaming with all of you this year and look forward to another year of wow, Becca, just throw them right under the bus. Looking forward to another great year of gaming with all of you, and we will be back in 4 weeks, and we'll have our holiday wrap-up. I plan to have cookies in studio, and hopefully we'll be able to transport cookies out of studio. So, but tonight we are here for the Diamond Armament Part 9. Now, as many of you know, the FET 5 have been on set in Istanbul attempting to subvert a movie known as the 1001. I'm going to keep looking at you tonight, Jim, because thank you. You have 3 dimensions as opposed to...
do what I can.
That's right. You're such a 3-dimensional person. Trying to undermine Dr. Mobius's propaganda film that he is filming, the 1001 Inventions of Dr. Mobius. That has gone sort of... And so here we are tonight with the group trying to complete a dramatic task in order to finish off this subversion. What you guys are trying to do is not rewrite the film, but according to what Zorba said last week, which could have changed in the week, because we know Zorba, is he wants to do so well as Dr. Mobius that he puts Dr. Mobius to shame, because everyone is going to be comparing the real Dr. Mobius with the cinematic universe Dr. Mobius and find that he pales in comparison, and use this to foment rebellion in the Nile Empire. Is that an accurate statement of your plan?
Exactly.
Excellent.
Sort of building off of the fact that I died to film the greatest fight scene ever.
It is true.
You know.
You did martyr yourself in order to film the greatest fight scene ever, and perhaps the most unique use of that card that I have ever seen. Before we continue, hello to Professor to Certified Organic, Mr. Furious, and Zero Earth Element. It is always good to have you in chat. So, let's get into it. We established that last time you guys completed Step A. I like how the chat has picked up on the great fomenting. And we might need a GIF or an emote for, +3 to foment. It could be a new Destiny card, +3 to foment. So, last week we established that Kowalski had spent the entire day choreographing the stunts to be just razor sharp. That no actual view of Mobius's fighting would ever be as good as the fight scenes that he is coordinating with Zorba. So, again, this is your guys' plan. Now, the way this is going to work is the next card will be a passage of 48 hours. The card after that will be a passage of a week. And the card after that will be a passage... No, that'll be your fourth card. So 48 hours, a week, and a month. All right? So, what's going to happen is we're going to let you guys decide what task B is going to be. Who is going to roll it, and I want everyone to try and participate in this. So Zorba kind of made his roll last week, so we're going to see what you guys can come up with this week. And once the primary actor makes their roll, the rest of you can tell me what you're doing for that time period to kind of set up the next person for their part in the dramatic task. So now that you have razor sharp fight scenes for the rest of the movie. And the director is loving it. Kara is loving being the second stunt director, self-proclaimed, and spends a lot of time not so much doting on Zorba, but really in the company of our very own Techno Demon, who is also not here to defend himself. Therefore, he is powerless to her wiles. So, the chat has suggested you need... Oh, no, Mr. Furious. I will read it.
Mr. Furious isn't wrong, though. I think our first success was a great training montage.
Yeah, it was the fight, and then we were working on the training montage.
And then I think step B was, I think we said it was going to have to be like the most romantic love scene ever.
Or as the
Gone
chat
with
has...
the Wind, The Notebook, Ain't Got Nothing on This.
I feel like you have set a very broad spectrum of...
Yeah, and this is better than all of it.
Cinematic romance. And you were saying this is above all, -3 to +3 standard deviations. You heard me. I stand by. So, the card that you have drawn for this task is... Hashtag Richie does love Alistair. B-Team forever. Law and Order. Playing a connection card this turn, each player will gain a police officer to control for the rest of the scene. Intimidate and Maneuver. I would like to remind the Fat Five that this is a PG-13 show. Are the approved actions for this scene. So who will be setting up the romantic Lerv scene as demanded by the chat?
I am not sure who's going to do it, but I do have a romance card to make sure that it is top-notch.
I think Block should do it. He seems to me to be the true romantic at heart.
Do you mean he should be in the scene, or he should be the one writing and directing it?
He should be the romantic consultant.
I'm an ingenue in this situation. French is the language of love, and I'm the only one who speaks it, so that's true. So, what would you think then if
the chat is here for it? It's going to be, I can just now flash forward about 9 months when they get to this part, and suddenly it's all in French, and the people are like, oh, well, this does seem...
Ooh.
Okay.
So
I don't know what is going on, but
to cross genre everything, be a movie, and appeal to very specifically the Nile Empire, or at least that idiom, I suggest we Song of Solomon 'em, Gabe. Mobius, I'm a soldier in Mobius's army. I love my wife, but I get sent away and I die. And then you romance her.
Okay, so hold on. I need to get my glasses to about here.
Yeah. Mobius
actually,
has to go and form the...
That would be
the
Samuel,
widow.
but Kings.
Yeah, not the Song of Solomon.
Don't worry, that's just my theology nerd kicking.
Oh no, we're gonna Bathsheba her, right?
That would be the.
Table.
Well, you're right. Yes, I understand what you're gonna do. So you want to create an entire subplot where the loving husband is killed.
It's really just one scene, and I think all we need is Kara. I'm a soldier, and I have to go away. And I will we'll have a very romantic scene, and I will go away, and then Gabe will just come in and go, yeah, he's dead.
So you want to completely undercut the idea of Mobius as anything but a predatory romance, like a predatory leader, and not the true romantic, which is the soldiers who fight on his front lines.
what I'm thinking is it breaks morale amongst the regular guys who have a gal back home in Cairo. Oh, geez, Mobius sent us out here with all these reality bombs, and I just really want to get back to Sweet Pauline.
All right, so I'm going to need a persuade.
That's the best Egyptian accent I've ever heard.
I know, that was on
People
point.
call me Brooklyn.
So, the chat is on fire as always. Brother Block, I would like you to give me a persuade or charisma test to really sell the scene. And then Zorba, I would like you to give me an intimidate test to really play up the fact that no good Mobius.
Well, I rolled a 2, so I'm going to go ahead and play my second chance card.
Probably a good place to start. This is going to be
Can he just play his romance card instead of rolling?
Nope, he's still got to roll. I would give him a bonus if he played his romance card.
Yeah, play your romance card.
Oh, I'm going to have to because I still
You want to steal Kara away from Kowalski is what I'm hearing you say with that romance card.
Also, question: can Block play another second chance?
Yeah, you can keep playing second chances.
Do you want one?
Oh wait. Okay. This is what I'm gonna do, and I don't think I'll have to roll because I think it'll be effectively real, given the deep characters that we've played to this point throughout our FET 5 career. Okay, I'm gonna position myself when I'm talking to Kara so that I'm kind of looking over her shoulder and I'm talking to Kowalski who's there because he's on set, right? And I know that Kara loves Kowalski, but I love Kowalski too. And it's different. And it's been difficult seeing him get close to her because I want him to be happy, but at the same time, you can't break up the fraternity. So I'm going to play the romance card. I'm going to play the romance card on Kowalski. And
so we've all been hoping for.
I'm going to direct my speech about how if I don't come back, if I never see you again, blah, 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 I would die for you. I would literally go to hell, meet your relatives, which in the movie seems odd, but to him, it makes sense.
Okay.
And then I walk away like David Banner at the end of every episode of the Hulk.
Yeah.
My Bindle Warhammer over my shoulder and my head down, looking at the road ahead.
All right. Well, I'm going to. Plays. So that is you sell that great, Brother Block, and I will reduce that from a 16 to a 10 that you have to get to. So -6 to the whole thing.
Do you want a second chance?
Well, okay, so I'm definitely going to have to play a possibility because I'm still only. I'm still. My charisma is currently a 5, and my persuade is a 1, and I lost 2, so I'm at a 4 right now.
Okay, so you rolled an 8.
I got to play a possibility.
All right, go for it.
So my original roll of 8 is now a 20 altogether,
which is a +7.
So that is a +7 to my 6. Okay.
13.
All right, 13.
All right, Zorba, even you. Maybe this intimidate is not as difficult for you because Brother Block sells the scene. So, Zorba, I would love for you to give me an intimidate check. You want to hand me his sheet, and I will be.
I got a 26 on the roll.
That's a +9. So that's a 15.
I spent a possibility and got 2 10s. So.
All right. Well, that was my plan. All right. So for the next 48 hours, the two of you are filming the scene, and the film just keeps rolling. In fact, Forrester is so upset because it's all so good he doesn't know what he's going to cut. He has to order more film in from Cairo proper because they are filling up all of the available reels. Kit
It's gonna
and
be
Morgan.
one of those movies with an intermission in it.
That's right. Which you can then subvert and put your own intermission title card in there. Morgan, and Kit. We'll start with Morgan. Wow. Zorba and Block are the weirdest thing I've said on stream ever. Filming their love scene with Kowalski there.
Or Kowalski.
I mean, it's really on par for what we do.
It is. It's another one of those moments where all of the comments I want to say are making a rush to get out of my mouth at the same time, and they're all kind of jammed up in my medulla oblongata. Morgan, what are you doing for this 48 hours?
For these 48 hours? I was interested in perhaps using a trick to get people to say things on camera or on film, or at least heard about how Mobius just does not measure up to what is happening here. To have Kara admit that, maybe there is a new and better love being born than anything Mobius could give her. Maybe to hear any of the extras kind of just talk about how much better they're treated and respected. And so just a lot of buzz from people about and it can be heard even in some of the shots, especially shots where Zorba is portraying Mobius, of oh, he's so much better than before. Oh, he's so much better than the original. Oh,
all right. Give me a trick.
Okay. I want this to go better than a measly 10. I'm going to... I'll spend a possibility to add to that. Okay, so a total of 25. That gets me to a 16.
So that is a good success.
Good.
Morgan, you flit from camera to boom mic to editing bay, weaving a web of subversion with everything that you managed to capture. Mr. Furious, have a possibility that I don't even know what Smurfs I'm filling in, but I'm keeping count of successes, good successes, and outstanding successes for when this film gets released, just so you guys all know. Kit, what are you doing for this 48 hours?
So I was thinking of partially working with the costumer to make sure that the costumes are super on point for this love scene.
Okay.
But then also last week we found those records, those brainwash records. I think it would be a bad idea for us to listen to them to see what's on them because of the brainwashing. So I would like to send them. Yeah. Kit found them,
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. So I would like to send them off to the Arkadelphi Council contacts to see if they can do some analysis and research and not get brainwashed, and let us know what's the deal.
Okay. I'm gonna have you give me an evidence analysis roll for this one.
It's a 9. which would be an 11.
An 11. All right. So they will get back to you as quickly as they can. So at the end of 2 days, you have the love scenes filmed. You have these subversion sound bites just kind of working through the film. Normally, these are the things that kind of get scrubbed down in post, but Morgan, you made sure that, no, it's really important that we hear this one, because we want to build up the main actor. So what is the next project that you guys are taking on to really sell this? This one's going to take you about a week. Things are starting to build to a crescendo. The final battles are being filmed. All of the plot holes are being quickly shellacked over and, painted over. There's some last minute rewrites. What is the focus of the Faites 5 this week? Becca, you look like you have a... Oh, no, by the way, if I may interrupt real quick, Mr. Fury is 100% correct. Simon Forrester will not be directing any more films in the Nile Empire.
Can't say I'm upset. I was curious if there was a way that in this next week we can move the hubbub a bit outside of just this small hub that we have really strong control over, and move it to like in the surrounding city to get buzz going about this new movie and how the people might wish for a new Mobius to take over.
I think
perhaps a leak, a secret screening of what the film is so far, with us kind of propagandizing it underground.
That would be a great other like that would be great as well. I think if we go with the Morgan going to kind of get the director to get some action shots and some wide pans of the city, that would be another trick roll. The propaganda leak piece would probably be a persuade. Kit, what do you think?
So I know part of our goal was also to get Mobius here at some point. So we've been doing awesome work, awesome death scene, awesome training montage, awesome love scene, apparently.
Kit has not watched it. The
I
GM has not watched it.
Yeah.
I hear great things.
But apparently everything's been going so well that we knew that part of it originally is we wanted to make sure it was so good that he himself came. I don't remember why we wanted him to come.
That was the agreement that Zorba made with the voice of the Headless.
Okay, very good. So
I'm really pleased that Kit remembered the agreement that Zorba made, and not Zorba.
yeah, it's very fitting. So I would think that in the next scene, it would want to be like the big city shots, the big beautiful landscapes and everything that also help make it an amazing movie and really bring it up there, and that's going to be what brings Mobius in which case I would like to spend the week prepping for how to get more information about him while he's here, how to better track his movements, how to get people on our side so that people
all right, so what I'm hearing you say is
aren't as suspicious of us.
This week, what you guys are trying to do is you are trying to really lure Mobius in. And then I'm going to have Morgan give me a trick roll, and Brother Block, if you or Zorba want to get the propaganda leak out, I would count that as a trick or a persuade roll again. Morgan, Kit, you are going to be trying to plan out Mobius's route. That'll be an evidence analysis roll. And then Zorba, what are you going to be doing? I mean, yeah, that is true. I feel like the chat is on fire, by the way. More gladiator battles than Gone with the Wind, more romance than All Quiet on the Western Front. Samuel L. Brakonowitz presents Pharaoh Today, Joke Tomorrow, or Pharaoh Today, Goon Tomorrow. Those are both great. I think Certified Organic, Zero Earth Element, and Mr. Furious get a possibility for that, because Zero Earth Element remembered Zorba's excuse for not remembering his deal is he technically died. So Zorba, what would you be doing during all of this?
So we're finished filming.
No, you're in the last bit of filming.
Okay. Well, then I'll finish filming and just be
you.
Yeah. Finish filming and then keeping an eye on reshoots and while everybody's off like trying to scour the city to prepare for Mobius, I'll sort of like stay on the movie set and make sure things remain going to plan.
All right, I would like you to give me a find roll. Your base find, by the way, is 9. Morgan, what did you get on your roll to convince Forrester to do some big landscape shots as a way to draw in the attention of Istanbul, the newest area conquered by the Nile Empire?
Obvious. I would also like to, again, I feel just like I need to do better than what I'm bad.
And by the way, Kit, or Morgan, no pressure.
Mm-hmm.
The card is Thundering Calamity. None of you have cards in the action pool, so do not worry about that. Defend and Taunt are the approved actions. And if you fail at your roll, Morgan, the group will go back one step. Because
is there a C on the card?
There are all things on this card. But if you fail at it, you go back to step B.
Right.
Well, then allow me to also
That's called
use my
reshoot.
drama card.
I acknowledge.
Thank you.
And that gets me to an 18 for trick.
All right, that is a good success. And so the director calls a halt to the reshoots, and they're taking crews out into Istanbul, at least the Nile Empire side of Istanbul, because he says it will be good for the newest members of the Nile Empire to see the glory of Dr. Mobius, so that when he actually gets here, their eyes are used to looking upon the glory of Mobius, and they are not blinded by his radiance. Brother Block, you are trying to get Mobius here.
As part of the Mobius plan, my persuade is not going to help, and if the movie's not finished yet, then we should hold off on that anyway. So what I would like to do is use my one good skill, which is strength, and quietly at night. You said this is a 2-week situation?
This is a 1-week situation. This is a full week. Yeah.
Okay,
what do you do?
Over the course of 1 week, Brother Block will be positioning dumpsters and very large heavy things into alleys and side streets, basically knowing that when Mobius arrives, the route will be we'll be able to canyon him.
Okay. So you're on VHO duty, very heavy objects.
Yep.
All right.
So that will be a 13. Should I make it better?
You can always make it better. That is a good success.
That's
a standard success.
Okay, adrenaline will make it a 15 or a 16.
That'll be a good success.
I'll take the good then.
All right. Zorba, you get to sit back, relax, and drink this week. However, we'll come back to you in a second. Kit,
I got a 20 on my evidence analysis.
Okay. What do you want to know? No.
Oh.
That is an outstanding success. You are able to get confirmation that he is coming in. Working with Forrester's assistants, you know when he's going to land. He's going to land at the Air Force Base. He's going to take a Rolls Royce that has been really tricked out through the city. There will be, full regalia, full triumph in the entry that he has to coming to this. He will tour the set for about an hour, and then they will show it on the big, they're building a big screen to show this on. So you have dates, you have times, you know that his place of most vulnerability is going to be here on set. You got a 20?
Yes.
So that is a Becca fan club represent. Hey, it's good to see you, buddy. So here's the thing. That is a good success. If you can get it to 24, that will be an outstanding success. There will be one more piece of information.
I already spent a possibility. Okay, Zorba's cards?
That's right. You can play with Zorba because he can't say no.
Isn't helpful either. I don't have a way of getting it to 24.
Remember, in the Nile
Empire, it is a card, or it's an action that's part of the action pool, right? Or not action pool, part of the dramatic task.
What was that?
That we're trying to do, right?
No, that succeeded on the text. These are the other things that you all are doing during this. But do remember, in the Nile Empire, you may spend another possibility and take the better of the two possibility rolls if you want. Do you have a Nile Empire possibility token?
I don't have a Nile Empire possibility token, but I will go ahead and try that thing you just said.
Okay.
Not better.
Okay. All right. So that's the information that you have. No, I will say, Zorba, what did you do in your file?
My roll was a 13.
So your roll was a 13. It's a +1 to your find, which gets you to 10, which gets you exactly where you need to be, my friend.
That's just how Zorba is. He doesn't.
That is how Zorba is. He just seems to be a lucky, SOB. So, Zorba, as you are walking through the set one day, you can see that somebody has left a brand new portable, like a personal liquor cabinet, where it's got the hard case, it carries a bottle, a couple of glasses, all in a nice hard shell black case. And it definitely has been engraved in gold. Z-A. Little bow around the handle, little note, sitting on your new trailer. Slightly smaller than your old trailer, but still larger, the largest trailer on set.
Yeah, I actually opened it the minute you started talking. I'm like halfway through pouring a drink now.
All right, Brother Block, Kit, and Morgan, you were alerted to this gift when it blows up.
Yep.
Yep. Zorba. Awesome. All right, Zorba, I would like you to give me a dodge roll as this thing explodes, not so much in an explosion of fire, but in a spray of fine liquid.
Ooh. Spend one of my remaining possibilities.
Okay. This is by the way, heroic task.
That's a total of 15 on the roll.
All right, so you do not get out of the way as the acid sprays against your facial region.
Yeah.
Someone clearly did not want this film to be completed. And Zorba, you will take 2 wounds and 4 shock.
Except that Zorba, you can play your not today, so that in an attempt to shield your drink from getting acid in it, you turn your back and it only hits your clothes, taking no damage.
Yeah. That is what I do.
I would just like to point out that you know that if Zorba were here, at some point up until this point, he would have found a way to spend that card very recklessly on, like, I refuse to stub my toe.
And this is why I'm Team Mom.
He played his not today, sending back a salad. Not today.
That's right. All right, guys. So as you all come rushing in, you can see Zorba taking off his smoking jacket, which is smoking as it clearly dissolves. Yes, Zero Earth Element, I would agree. Talk to your card play. And the case is still there. It looks as if just kind of the inside was designed to kind of explode out with this acid and horribly scar the face and visage of whoever happened to be opening it.
Is there any alcohol in it left?
There is inside a bottle of alcohol and 2 glasses. It looks like where they would keep the shaker is where they put the bomb in so that you could shake it and it would still sound like there was a bottle and a couple of tumblers in there.
Would you mind, since you've run out of not today cards, having us check it before you drink it? Checking yourself before you wreck yourself? You will?
Sure. I'm fine with that. I'll be in my trailer.
Morgan, Block, and Kit, what do you guys do? He just walks off leaving this clearly volatile concoction.
I would say we should just grab the nearest PA and ask them to go get another bottle of liquor and then just throw this away when he's not looking.
Okay.
What do you guys think?
That's fair. That's absolutely fair. Can I use perhaps a medicine check to see what causing this came from? Like, did it come from?
Oh, it definitely looks like a weird science device. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Can I hold it?
Sure. I'll go
I want to
find
throw it in the
bottle.
air and shoot it with my laser gun.
Yeah.
You
don't just throw it
vaporize it.
away. Like, this is bad. You hurt Zorba.
Acid and laser.
I'm gonna skeet shoot it.
Okay.
You skeet shoot the bottle of unidentified liquid into the air, and the guy comes back.
Everyone around with it.
Oh, I hit it really, really good. That was a 29 to my energy weapons of 13. So that's going to be a 22.
You vaporize
shoot the bottle of liquor.
Yeah, you shoot it good.
It blowed up good.
It blowed up good. All right.
Good work.
Anything else you guys want to do here before we go into the last month of filming? This is really post-production, editing, final sounds.
So I have an idea
Orchestral scores.
for a final edition that we can kind of sneak in at the end. Because we're talking about trying to make this Dr. Mobius look so amazing that everyone's like, well, the real Dr. Mobius isn't that cool. But then we could also, all those dramatic movies about people, how they end on that dark note, like the I did what I had to do, but you're thinking are you evil kind of way? Like those weird monologuing styles where he's just sitting there plotting his next thing.
Yeah, I think those are called rom-coms.
Fair. I think that could be a cool epilogue to the movie, something like that I think our director, since it's already been such a success cinematically so far, I would imagine that we could persuade him, not through us, but strategically, that now he's like, this might be the best movie I've ever made, not just propaganda.
Yeah.
And would be on board with putting in this like dramatic element at the end, which still further undercuts Mobius.
Yeah.
But while making him seem deep, but in a way where you're like, ooh, that's gross.
All right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well, the final card is Hold That Pose. A hidden reporter photographs the first one of you this month to get an outstanding success. You will gain a possibility for them. But you will be revealed to Mobius when he arrives. There is a D
Can
on
I
this
roll
step.
to try to be the one photographed? And can I like try to get a dramatic success to
Well,
be
you
the
got
one
that like
photographed?
so. Kit's gonna try and persuade
Like
trick.
very subtly.
Yeah, you're gonna try and trick him. She's gonna try and trick the director, and then Gabe, you can totally give me a persuade roll to really sell that final scene. Kit, we'll start with you. Would you give me the trick roll to convince the director? I feel like this poor director is being tricked all the way to his grave.
Yeah.
Or the Megatron.
Yeah.
We'll protect him, maybe.
As soon as we're done with him,
Yeah.
good old NPC, what's his name?
I rolled a 5, which would be
That is not great.
an 8.
Yeah, it's not great.
I'm going to go ahead and spend a possibility on that one. That was an 18, so that's better. So 23 plus 8 plus the thing, 20.
So do you want the good news or the bad news?
But at the same time.
The good news is you got a good success.
Oh.
But you're too shy away from an outstanding success.
Is it good enough to do what I want it to do?
Oh, it's definitely good enough to do what you want it to do. It's not good enough to be recognized by Mobius when you...
That's okay.
Do
I'll
you
support
want to be
Zorba's
recognized?
attempt for that.
Zorba, Forrester comes to you and he explains this scene, and you can just see as he says it, the shadowy hands of Kit puppeting director Forrester. So he explains this dramatic scene that he wants to refilm, very, very personal, very introspective. Was it all worth it? What I've built, right? You know, will you weep when there are no more worlds to conquer? Sort of a scene.
Where I'm, directing, addressing the camera directly, Yeah.
So give me your persuade roll for this.
Ooh. All right.
You have a base of 15.
17 on the roll.
That's plus 4.
Spending the third of my 4 possibilities.
All right. Are you rolling again, or was that with the possibility?
That was with the possibility.
All right. So what was that total?
17.
So 17 is a plus 4 that gets you to a 19. That is 1 short of an outstanding success for this task. Does anyone have anything to grant him?
I don't know, since he's already in the possibility, a second chance would help.
Reroll the whole thing from start?
Yeah, would he have to get...
I mean, he gets to reroll that and the possibilities. So.
And
I have a
okay.
supporter.
Oh, it's the border will get there.
I will support you by standing next to you as if I really am your soldier when Forrester's talking to you. So he's talking to you, but he knows you're in charge, Zorba.
All right.
All right. So Zorba, you will get the possibility, but you will also be the one I immediately identified when Mobius arrives on scene.
Sounds fair.
Good.
Yeah. Morgan, what are you doing for this month? You got a month.
Mm-hmm.
Block and Zorba and Kit are weaving this elaborate denouncement at the end of...
Wait, I still get to do something for the month, right? That was just my supporter card.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah. What do you? We'll come back to you here in a second, Brother Block. What are you doing, Morgan?
Yeah.
I would actually like to take our use of going out into the city and kind of see if I can't get the people so excited about our movie and so upset that Mobius will be coming, and see if I can't get this city on the edge of a riot.
Dark Becca's kind of scary. So when you go out into the city, Morgan, you discover things are actually worse than you left them. You guys have been isolated for almost 2 months inside this set. Things have gotten worse. Darkhold has expanded a little bit. A number of the knights who have been running around trying to help stem the tide without you guys there have gone missing. There's also even the fact that there are several new gangs in town that have sort of taken over the areas around the bar that was violently blown up because nature abhors a vacuum. So, oh, Mr. Furious, that's so bad that it deserves a possibility. So Morgan, how are you planning to stir up the crowds?
Essentially, like taking the rumor mongering on set, having it like expanded just outside of the set and the movie set, and finally like really get it to flow through the city. Just kind of the idea of there might be somebody better than Mobius. There definitely is somebody better than Mobius. Mobius is coming to challenge this other person, but we really want this other person to win. And if Zorba is already being recognized by Mobius, perhaps the name of Zorba Aladdin, with his permission, to begin to be spread throughout and associated with those rumors.
Yeah, I don't know that you need his permission. Anything that inflates Zorba's ego, I think he is...
I just already start referring to myself as Zorbius from now on.
Terrifying. Okay.
But believable.
Cool.
But totally believable. All right.
So talking to the common people and continuing to get the rumors, like anybody working on set goes out and spreads the rumors. And
I would like you to give me a taunt roll for this. And this will be a hard taunt roll. So DN 14.
Okay. I'm starting with an 8. And I am adding I'm going to be using a possibility to that too.
Please don't let Zorbius become a thing.
You said I need to get to 14?
Yes.
Can I use hero?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So final rolls, original one was a 2, 14, 17. All together, 33. So plus 10, that gets me to 18.
All right. So that is not a good success, but that is a success. And
so perhaps the name Zorbius doesn't catch on, but the murmurings are there.
The fomenting has begun.
Yeah.
Brother Block, what are you doing for this time?
I am working with both the crew that is building the very elaborate release party screening area, but also the crew that is planning and building the area for the wrap party. And because they need a new set for Zorba's spot.
finale party, let's be sensitive to the mummies at the table.
Oh yes, yeah, oh yes.
Thank you.
Also, that style of music probably won't be played either.
No.
So, and what working with them and being very, very helpful, and because Zorba now needs a new set piece for this final scene that he needs. At first, it wasn't that noticeable, but as the month goes on, I've built a pyramid on which Zorba is going to stand and shoot the final I'm sad, whatever. It's sort of evocative of Mobius's pyramids. It's also so big it draws the attention of pretty much everyone in the city.
All right, I need you to give me 2 rolls, Brother Block. The first will be do you have prop or set design as a profession? I don't know. The first will be let me have you make a. Man, you guys come up with the weirdest things for me to think about. Chad, if you come up with a good skill. Mr. Furious has already opened up his possibility purse to making these things happen.
So, and I don't have any cards for it or anything, but is there a way that I could lend support since I was there for some original pyramid buildings?
Yeah, you can go ahead and give me the same role that I'm about to ask him for. Actually, that's you have just...
if Kit tells me what to do, then I just have to do it.
All right, Kit, do you have a scholar as a skill?
I do.
Give me a scholar roll.
That would be a 16.
16. That's a good success. So I will increase Brother Block. So Brother Block, give me essentially a engineering role, which in this case, because she's doing all the thinking, you're just back in VHO mover role. So give me a strength test.
All right.
And add 3 to it.
Okay. Altogether, that is going to be a success of 22.
All right. Now I need you to follow it up with a find roll for me, Brother Block.
Yeah, no, that is going to be a 5.
Don't mind the scribblings. On the other hand, on the other side of the screen.
Would you like a second chance?
Oh, sure, but you should know that my find is only a 6. So even if I roll,
this is a pretty good roll. All right, so you guys managed to complete the filming of the 1001 Inventions of Dr. Mobius. Now, because you have done that, I'm giving you all, that's the end of the act. You guys will all receive 10 XP, which I believe brings you all to beta clearance at this point.
Ooh.
Right? All right. You have plenty of time to figure out what you're going to spend this on. However, we fade to black. You guys sit around cracking your beers, cracking your gin martinis.
Playing with your abacus.
Yeah, playing with your abacus. Congratulating yourself on the film as it goes into final production. Then we see card come up 2 weeks later. We see the you hear what we hear is initially the sounds of Mobius's theme. We hear the sounds of the cars rolling through strangely blocked off streets. We're kind of being canyoned in. We hear the subtle boo. That's what I thought, Mr. Beard. Boos.
That was what I was going with.
Of rebellion the lid of rebellion barely kept on the boiling pot of fomenting attitudes. And Mobius arrives. The brilliant pyramid that in the intervening time has been sheathed in bronze, so it has a gold effect. And as they arrive, the whole cast is out there. They're cheering. The bodyguards roll out, forming a perimeter. There are, zeppelins that are cordoning off the airspace, planes flying by, and Mobius himself steps out of the Rolls Royce. And he ascends the platform where Forrester begins his introduction. Ladies and gentlemen of the set, I would not be here today if it wasn't for my good and dear friend, Zorbo Aladdin, who has played Dr. Mobius in this role. He has done a fantastic job. He has portrayed you with such depth, such skill, such charismatic virility. And then the mics kind of all go dead. And there's this deep thrumming noise from underneath the ground that you are all standing on. I need everyone to give me a mind check.
I got 18 on the roll.
18 on the roll is a +5, which gives you, sir, a 13.
Hey, I got a 14.
Wait a second. Back up?
Yeah, I didn't. I rolled a 28, a 10, and an 18. So I actually got a 14 on my mind check.
All right.
Nice.
Morgan, what did you get?
I got a 13.
The lowest mind.
That's great.
Ugh.
And it's Brother Block, who suddenly whips his head around and looks at the pyramid, putting it all together. And a mound comes out of his mouth as the speakers start playing a different tune, not one of Mobius, some sort of alien, very strange, like weird harmonies and beats that's almost hard to keep up with. And it says, you can hear the voice kind of crackle over. Just this mechanical, canned laughter with a hissing noise behind it. Mobius, you have fallen into my latest trap. And with this movie, your hubris shall be your undoing. And the pyramid, the four sides, there's this explosion at the top, and all four sides fall to the ground, revealing inside the superstructure where Brother Block has built over one of those large great entrances that leads to the tunnels underneath the set. You can see two of those large robots that you fought earlier, but they seem to be crackling with blue and red electricity, the signs of a reality storm. One of them, as it stands, Morgan, you see in horror your old Storm Knight team, each casing of the robot's shell, and in the other with a large Vril crystal in the chest. You can see in the left arm with a large shield a Scotsman, in the right arm an Englishman, the head which seems to be filled with two beings, one a short dog thing with lots of mouth, and the other one a maniacal man. And Shelley is there also, as the B team and Morgan's former Storm Knight team arise as the voice of the Headless's vengeance upon Dr. Mobius. And when we return, we will start this fight, and we will have the B team on standby to be part of that show when we return in 2023. So, Did you guys have fun plotting a movie, a propaganda film that I promise will be successful? Assuming you can get one of the films out of this.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you, Jenny.
Absolutely.
It felt like a qualified
I really
yes, but I'll take it.
fight. I mean, I love fighting, obviously, but it's making a movie's fun.
Brother Black, I promise you, the biggest fight we've ever run on the iconic production channel in 2023
well,
when we
I
start.
promise you that Malachi is already going through the Black Orchid Superman situation, realizing that the beach he's on is not real because he does not deserve that kind of happiness.
Don't worry, Brother Black or Malachi. I already know that you're not on a beach. Oh yes. So we will be back next week. Let me kind of give you guys lay out the schedule. Jenny will be taking a break for a little bit. So we will miss you greatly at the table. So you can just tune out. No, just kidding. For the next 3 weeks, we will be having we'll be playing Space 1889, the Strange Owl's latest, our first Kickstarter, which is live on Kickstarter right now. If you enjoy steampunk adventures, please come and check it out. And if you like it, please head over to the Strange Owl or to Kickstarter to Space 1889 after. We'll be making characters next week. It will be Ben, Becca, Gabe, and the one, the only JD, our illustrious producer, who Becca very rarely gets to play with, and I'm very excited about that. We'll be making characters, and we're going to be playing through an adventure, Space 1889, showing it all off. Then, on the insert date here,
Well,
was it the 12th? The 13th of December, the Fat Five will be back in the studio. We'll be doing our holiday, just kind of recap of the year, looking forward to 2023. If you have a gaming story that you would like to share, please send it to iconicpodcast@gmail.com. Drop it in the holiday section on the Discord, or shoot me a DM. We will, if you have a video, if you have an audio, if it's 2 minutes or less, we'll share it on the stream. Otherwise, I will read, or we'll pass them around and everyone will read your favorite memories from gaming, from this thing that we all love and we all enjoy. I don't know who will keep them all in line. May God have mercy on the Victorian souls. So, and then on the 20th, we will be back with our very special Christmas edition of Torg's Day Night, which will be a Christmas kaiju set in Pan Pacifica with Bureau G. And that will bring us to the end of Iconic streaming for the year. We'll take a couple of weeks off and we will be back. Now, I'm going to try. I cannot make any promises because I'm about as technically proficient as a one-armed or one-legged man in a butt-kicking contest. But I will try. We're going to try and incorporate Foundry into the stream for next year, so we'll have battle maps that we'll be able to show off. I'm trying. I'm going to use that 2 weeks to kind of get that out there. So, to everyone we'll do this again on the holiday, but to everyone who's been part of the Fat Five, this goes out to everyone who has been on the stream this year. Thank you so much for tuning in for Torg's Day Night. I'm very excited to be showing you guys Space 1889, but I will miss Torg, and we will be back with the Fat Five in 2023. So, until then, stay safe, stay healthy, stay gaming. I will see you all next week for Space 1889. Have a good one, everybody.